wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called Sugar Spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, here we go. Hello, welcome to the KVJ show. It is a World Record Wednesday. Good to see Bird in his usual pizza onesie.
Oh, yes.
It feels normal. It feels safe.
That's right. We're kind of back into the groove now, so that's good to see. Bird is going to be going after a challenge today that I believe involves marshmallows.
Ooh.
And I practiced last night.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did.
How'd you do?
You know, I don't even know.
Okay.
So not good.
Okay, not good. Okay.
Because I didn't really understand my performance, so that therefore it wasn't that good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got little to look forward to then.
An
coming up.
underwhelming world record yet again.
That's what I do.
That's what he does. All right, so we'll get to that. Lots going on here. Some more app cash codes. Going to give away some more money, $1,000. You got a shot at that in less than 1 hour for your first cash code. That's going to be coming up. So we got a big show planned for you today.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, you know, Haiti is struggling, and I love this. Celebrities are stepping up. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are just the latest to step up and donate thousands to Hope for Haiti. They have been struggling since that 7.2 magnitude earthquake hit on August 14th. I mean, it was already rough going, and then can you imagine on top of that to be dealing with the devastation of a 7.2 earthquake? Ooh, so yeah, Hope for Haiti. That's awesome of them. The baby that was on the cover of the Nirvana album back in the day. You remember the little naked baby swimming, chasing the dollar bill?
Yeah.
That kid is now 30 and is filing a lawsuit against the band's surviving members and the estate of Kurt Cobain, saying that he was violated and sexually exploited. And I guess looking back at it, back in the day, his parents were paid $200 for him to jump in the pool naked, and they knew the photographer, and so that was how it all went down. And I guess now that he is older and 30, he says, what if it's not okay for my penis to have been shown to everybody? I didn't have a choice. And so he's suing.
Yeah, I'd seen him on a special not long ago, and he seemed pretty cool with it. He kind of liked the claim to fame, and so I guess he's changed his tune here.
Maybe maybe it's a cash grab, but he needs some money.
Well, what makes you say that, Virginia? I'm mad at my parents, too, because they used to show pictures of me when I was naked to everybody. So.
The new lawsuit says that he has suffered extreme and permanent emotional distress. So there you go.
A lifetime of his friends high-fiving him?
Yeah.
Yeah, being one of the coolest kids ever.
Yeah.
You're on the cover of one of the coolest albums ever, so I don't know.
Look, I get it. Maybe it didn't age well, and we shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff, and blah, blah, blah. You can definitely say that. But
Twitter would not like our words right now.
Yeah.
They would want all of us canceled for us even laughing about this.
Like I said, the documentary I saw just a few years ago, at that point, he was pretty cool with it. Now, apparently,
he even jumped in a pool and recreated it, but with shorts on.
But was was he triggered then?
I guess not.
Okay.
Yeah.
just
in the last,
Just when he maybe hit a hard patch with money.
God. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Kanye West, tomorrow night is going to be doing that listening party in Chicago, his hometown, for Donda. We still can't hear Donda, but a crowd of people at Soldier Field will hear Donda. And apparently he is building a replica of his childhood home that he grew up from the South Shore neighborhood there in Chicago.
Okay.
He's like building a replica of the house. And I looked at it. It looks just like the house that he grew up in. It's kind of cool.
Well, he's got that kind of money.
Yeah, he does. That's one of his things. He got in trouble in L.A. breaking building code for building all those little domes on this property. Remember that?
Yeah.
So now he's just building his childhood home right there in the middle of the field at Soldier Field, and it'll be on stage tomorrow night for that listening party. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
what are you thinking about today, Jbird?
Well, my heart is just tickled pink because of Heather and Kelly, who sent me this package.
Okay.
Got it in the mail yesterday. Sent it here at the radio station. They got me a Yeehaw Junction Turnpike shirt because they heard me talking about this.
Right.
I've been wanting a Turnpike shirt since I was a kid.
Yeah.
That is the shirt that the workers on the Turnpike booth wear.
And it's Yeehaw Junction, I think, or does it just say everything?
I think it's just all of them. Yeah, it's
It's
not
all
Yeehaw
of them.
Junction. Yeah.
That's
just
awesome.
one of them. Yeah, that's like the official shirt.
That is.
Okay, so it's a double XL, so it's going to be kind of big. Is there a way that I can shrink this? Isn't there like a little hint or like a little trick?
Well, my question was that the only size that was available, or do they think you're a legit double XL?
A lot of people think I'm way fatter than what I am.
Yeah.
In fact, that's one of the most common things I get when I meet someone for the first time. I thought you'd be a lot fatter, Jbird.
Okay.
Like, all right, okay, I'll take that because you don't think I'm fat. You don't think I'm fat now, so I'll take it as a compliment.
You can wash it and sometimes dry it and shrink it up a little bit.
Okay.
But if you look at it and it's still too baggy for you after you put it on, you can have it tailored.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Now
Tailored.
we're talking fancy.
Yeah, you can have it taken in and have it fit right snug on them boobies.
I got to call in the fancy guns for that one. I got to call in the Tequesta Queen, Virginia. You have to help me out with this.
Yeah, luckily I got Irene over at East Coast Bridals. She donates all the dresses to our stars for Stars Ball. All those beautiful dresses you see the girls wearing.
Okay.
She donates all of them. And
that's great.
she's got a master seamstress.
I love
So
it. We all need one of those.
They can help you with any kind of tailoring you need. Irene at East Coast Bridal is the best.
I mean, this shirt this is my Sunday best right here. You
That's
wear,
nice.
You wear this when you're going out in the town.
Yeah, that's peacocking.
Or you wear that and you break into one of those toll booths and start collecting money. See how it goes.
I would love to see if I could. I'd be a great toll booth person because I'd let you in for free.
Yeah, you would.
The people would love you.
They would.
The employer, not so much.
To Kevin's point, this is such a great peacocking shirt. If
Yeah,
you
it
wear
is.
this out at
Yeah.
the bar, you're going to get people talking to you.
You should wear that out at the bar with a name tag, and then people will think you're a toll operator.
I don't hate your idea.
Virginia, what do you got on your mind today?
I have on my mind, so remember I told you about my friend who picked up a boy on vacation and now they are hot and heavy with their romance?
Yeah.
Well, the boy went back to his home,
Right.
and so my friend is here local. But now last night, I guess the boy is back to visit.
Okay.
And we are all going out on the boat this Sunday together.
Wow.
My friend Chip is letting me use his boat.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the boys out for a day cruise to get to know. I think the new boyfriend thing is working out. I mean, who knew
Wow.
you could go on vacation and pick up a boyfriend and have it be the real deal?
And did Chip want his boat back, or is that?
Because Captain Storms, you don't have the best history. Are you driving
Is it
this
just
thing?
like, yeah, go ahead, just keep it? kinda thing?
I'm only going on the intercoastal.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'm telling you, you are Captain Storms. As soon as she gets on the water and she's
I know.
driving, the skies open up with thunder and
Yeah.
lightning.
He's not lying.
Yeah. It just follows her.
It does.
I've been on probably 5 boats with Virginia, and 3 of the 5 boat rides, there's been some kind of drama on the
Remember
boat.
the one time the boat caught on fire?
I do remember that. Do you remember that one time I got into a fight with your friend, and as I was arguing with her, I tripped on my foot down the stairs? That was embarrassing. Oh, man, that was awful.
It's always entertaining with us.
Yeah, he's got something going on.
Always a story.
We were in mid-argument. I'm like, oh, really? I just walked away.
Yeah, you're not going to win that one.
Lick your wounds.
What I got on my mind here today, I am very excited for a guest that we're going to have on the After the Show podcast today. You probably heard me talking about cocaine and how much I love cocaine shows. And this is one dude that has put together the best cocaine shows. Cocaine Cowboys. We talk about that all the time.
I watched it on your recommendation, the whole
Yes.
Miami story.
Yeah.
Wow, that was good.
His name's Billy Corbin, and he does live in Miami. He made Cocaine Cowboys 2, the one that is currently on Netflix called The Kings of Miami that features Sal Magluta and Willie Falcone.
Oh, it's so good.
It is so good. He also did the ESPN 30 for 30 series, The U, which was back when the University of Miami had their swagger, and what a great story about them. But it also really encapsulated kind of the history of Miami. I don't think there's any documentary filmmaker or anybody, to me, that has put together the history of Miami, and it's fascinating. If you want to hear how Miami grew, and it grew so fast, a lot of it on cocaine money, and then the racial tensions that were happening in Overtown. His documentaries, to me, if you're a South Floridian, they're all must watch, because you will have such a greater understanding. And there's so many unbelievable stories. In fact, he kind of was the inspiration for the story of your town, because when he started telling the stories, I'm like, oh my gosh, like there was a shootout at the Dadeland Mall just in the middle of the day, and some of the stories that he put in these Cocaine Cowboys documentaries and everything that he's done.
It kind of makes you root for cocaine in a sense.
It's just, you know what, it's fascinating. And as you drive by all the high rises, and now, you know, when you drive down Brickell Avenue, you just look at it a different way.
Right.
You're like, there was so much cocaine money in these banks. And that's really what it was. I do highly recommend. In fact, you want to go find Cocaine Cowboys. It actually was the highest rated documentary ever on Showtime.
It's a great documentary. Both of them are.
Yeah, I thought both of them were very good. The second one, Cocaine Cowboys, featured Griselda Blanco.
Who's crazier than Escobar.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, first one's Pablo, second one, Griselda. The third one, the Cocaine Cowboys, Kings of Miami, is Sal Magluta and Willie Falcone. If you were here in the late 80s, early 90s, you knew what that whole story was about, the most successful Cuban drug traffickers in history.
So right now in real time, is the FBI or the feds or whoever, the DEA, are they going after someone right now that we don't know about, that we'll hear about in 20 years?
I'm sure there is. And, you know, when we talked to Billy Corbin on the After the Show podcast today, that's kind of one of the things that I'd like to know. Like, what stories from South Florida are left to tell? You know, you've got Russian mob stuff in Hallandale. It's very fascinating when you go into Hallandale and you go around, like everybody's speaking Russian. You're like, what's going on around here?
The other thing, too, in the 70s and the early 80s, South Florida was big with the motorcycle gangs. They ran a big drug thing. They had a sex trafficking thing going on. It was big, and the cops really struggled bringing them down.
Well, there's just so many unbelievable stories. And like I said, there's nobody that tells them better than this guy. And so that's why it's going to be cool to talk to him about, maybe there's some insight we'll get from the ones he's already made, what he might be making. He did another one too that I haven't seen yet, and I can't wait to check out. It's called Dogfight. It's on the underground backyard MMA fighting that was happening in West Perrine, one of Miami's toughest neighborhoods. You ever heard of Kimbo Slice?
Oh,
you remember that guy, the
Yeah.
bare knuckle brawler? They would go in backyards and just beat the crap out of each other. And this guy became really one of the big figureheads in early MMA. He's passed away in 2016.
Yeah,
he was a
he's
Miami
big.
guy, and he did a documentary on that called Dogfight.
Cool.
That'd be good.
Yeah, so I want to see that as well. So we'll have him on the After the Show podcast. You can get that on the WRMF app. You can watch it live on YouTube. It'll be there. So excited to have him on. I've been wanting to talk to Billy for quite a while. How crazy are things in the schools right now? Pretty much everybody's all back in. Miami-Dade just started this week. Broward's in last week. Palm Beach been in for a little while. Most schools are in. You know, there's a lot of things to go crazy about, not only just getting into school and trying to get adjusted to that, because keep in mind, a lot of kids may or may not have been in school a lot last year.
Right.
So kind of get into that lockstep and getting into the groove, it takes a little while.
Well, even if you were doing school virtually, you're probably so rusty going into a school sitting.
The routine. Yeah. How you do everything. I mean, just kind of re-interacting with people again, getting used to it as teachers, you know, somehow being able to stop yourself from choking out your children. You know, it's tough. And then, of course, you got all the math stuff that's going on. I don't know if your daughter's talked to you about it at all, Virginia. My son, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. I see where he is in school, and it looks like pretty much everybody's doing the math stuff. He is in Palm Beach County in a public school, and I do the pickup line in the afternoon, and it looked like everybody was dealing with it okay, but I do know there are some problems. And Palm Beach County joined Broward County in saying, we don't care what the governor says. It's going to be a mandatory thing. And there's still some defiant students that are saying, nope, not putting on a facial covering. And so right now they're saying that Palm Beach County Public Schools is kind of taking a hands-off approach. They're not necessarily bringing down the hammer on enforcing the new mask mandate. So they're just, I guess, trying to figure out, okay, what do we do? I guess if you continue to be defiant and not put on the mask, they're saying that it could eventually lead to a suspension. And I saw that at Independence Middle in Jupiter, the parents there of about 30 students who refused to wear facial coverings or masks were called, and about 7 of the parents said, you know what, we're going to pick them up because they're not putting a mask on. So, I know
well, it's Independence Middle. They're independent.
They're independent. You're right.
Be independent of that mask.
Yeah. So that's kind of where it is. Has Magnolia said anything about, is it causing any drama, or most kids? Because I asked my son specifically, and he was like, it didn't seem like a big deal.
I think when they're in the halls, they all pretty much are trying to put them on.
Okay.
And then in the classes, I think it really is up to the individual teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And, she hates the mask. So I've told her, look, respect your individual teachers and do whatever they want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't care so much, do what you want. But if they care, you have to respect that teacher and do as they say.
Right. Okay.
Everybody's set different, though, Kev. That's the thing. From class to class, as she goes around the school, everybody's set different.
True. Well, that's the one thing that you've learned through all this. So I was just curious how much chaos that was causing obviously a little bit.
Confusion, chaos. It's it's the norm.
The chaos that I see is in the car line. And honestly, it is kind of interesting because here we are, week 2, week 3, maybe something like that. I'm losing track. Everything's blurring together. But yesterday I went to the car pickup line, and it was a lot more calm. Day 1 and 2 was I couldn't even believe it. It looked like there was a hurricane evacuation going on top of a circus, on top of a funeral procession. It was absolute madness. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if this is what it's like every day, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, I too was in the car line yesterday.
Oh, you were? Okay.
I noticed very peaceful, very orderly.
Right.
People were following the instructions they were given. They were yelled at via email at Rocco's school.
Oh, really?
They sent out a mass email to everybody saying, hey, here's how you do the car line, and here's how you don't do the car line. And so everybody's falling into line.
Good. Okay, that's good. That's kind of why we do the whole call them out thing, is so maybe people can finally get in. It looked like in my kid's school that, okay, there was more, order with it, and it was a lot better. But there's still some fun things that are going on here. And we say if you ever see anything in the car line, you can let us know about it. Jeff, he would like to do a call out here about car lines. He said, I want to call up the moms who show up to drop their kids off or pick them up at school and decide it's a great time to have a full-on gossip session with the teacher where you're clearly sucking up to that teacher just so that your kid gets special treatment. You see all the other people behind you while you clearly have nothing better to do because you're in your yoga gear with no yoga class to attend. So go join a book club or something and let us parents who have somewhere to be get on our way.
Do they still have safety patrols out there with kids helping out?
They do at Rocco's school. They have adults doing safety patrol, though, because he's elementary.
Well, that's when you do safety patrols, when you're 5th, 6th grade?
No, he's elementary. He's not middle yet.
Is middle now 5th grade?
Yeah.
6th grade?
Middle is typically, let me see, Mikey, 6th, 7th, 8th.
Wow, they added 6th in the middle. You can tell I don't have kids.
Yeah.
7th and 8th grade is middle school back. I don't think
my kid for 6th, 7th, 8th.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I don't
school.
think they let them direct traffic till they're a little older. It'd be
my,
funny though to watch kindergartners direct traffic.
In my kid's school, it's adults.
Because 6th grade, typical, or 5th or 6th grade was how they used to do it with the patrols. But do they even do safety patrols as for kids? Do kids have the safety?
I think I've heard that. Yeah, we've had those discussions, and it may be a school-by-school thing. I just know in my kids' school, I see everybody there as adults. But, I mean, it's a crazy intersection. I couldn't even imagine kids trying to...
I'd prefer it to be adults, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about safety patrol and what that is,
Right.
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, they had me helping kids cross the street back in the day.
You're in 5th grade. You probably struggle with crossing the street, but now
Yeah.
you're in charge of helping others. Ugh.
I loved being a patrol.
I know you did. The power.
Oh, my gosh.
This is a fun story that Kelly left us on our 97.9 WRMF app, something that she saw going on in the car line.
I need to share this crazy scene that just unfolded in my kids' drop-off line. I know it's been a rough year for all of us, but what I just witnessed was a mom who clearly needs a break. Okay, it was the second car in front of me. The mom gets out. She's wearing nothing but a robe. She's got hair up in rollers, and she walks around the car to get her daughter out. And the entire time, the school's vice principal is telling her to get back in her car and keep the line moving because you have to keep the line moving. And so, as God is my witness, the second her daughter gets through the door, she turns around, she lifts up her robe, and she moons the VP. And then she turns back around and gives him the double bird. And I'm not sure what in the hell that was about, but the line of cars just erupted in a symphony of honks. I'm not sure if it was in support or in disbelief.
Wow. That's quite a scene, isn't it?
That's quite a story.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
What school was that?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but
That sounds fun.
Yeah, so those are the kind of stories we're looking for. If you do witness something like that, pull out that app, get on it. You can go right on there and leave us a voice message that we can play on the radio, just like what Kelly did. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, in fact, we'll ask this. Who can claim the name? Meaning, who is the most famous person in the world with that first name? Like Kelly. Will you be like going, okay, is it Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah, it is.
You think so?
Right
Yeah.
now,
Can she
yeah.
claim the name Kelly?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we'll run it down. Some other big popular first names. Who in the celebrity world can claim that name? We'll discuss next on the KVJ show. Olivia Rodrigo. She's maybe getting close to owning that name. Olivia. Is there
Yeah.
another Olivia you think of?
Olivia Munn,
Okay.
but you're right. This kid's going to probably take over.
This
Yeah.
kid's got
She's
a
getting
lot
there.
of great songs.
She's got 3 big hits out.
Massive, yeah.
Yeah, she's one of those. She got the freshman album that's killing
It's
it.
turning into like an Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, if you're old enough to remember that album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where she comes on the scene. And so, yeah, obviously Alanis owned that name, right? Is there another Alanis
No.
that jumps out?
You say Alanis, I say Alanis.
Okay, all right.
Alanis.
Alanis. We're talking about Kelly Clarkson. That's it, right?
She's the most popular Kelly right now, currently.
I think she can claim the name, yeah. I kind of agree.
I mean, who else? You had Kelly Preston, who passed away, rest in peace. Kelly Rowland.
No.
Yeah,
No.
agreed.
Yeah.
Clarkson's on top.
She's been on top, I think, since she won American Idol.
We're giving it to Kelly Clarkson unless
Yeah.
somebody else can knock her off the mountain.
Only thing she's not on top of is that squirrely ex-husband. He can suck it.
The word Tom.
It's Tom Cruise. Well, you have Tom Hanks.
Tom
too.
Cruise, Tom Hanks, who battles it out. But I still think that for me, and I'm only going on my immediate recall, and probably the name that pops in my head first is the one that's right and who's claimed the name. At least in my brain, I go Tom Cruise.
I said Tom Cruise as well.
Not saying he's, and I'm not, this is not comparing, who's better movies and who you like better and this and that. But just when I hear Tom, the first thing my mind goes to is Tom Cruise.
Universally, across the globe, what's
Yeah.
the first name the most people are going to say? I think it's Tom Cruise.
I believe so.
I think they have to get in a cage and fight it out.
I think Tom Cruise destroys Tom.
Who is the bigger Tom?
Tom Cruise destroys Tom Hanks.
Jennifer.
Jennifer Aniston.
Totally.
It goes Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez, but it is close.
Okay.
You have the Friends series.
Yeah, you got Friends, and I think the one thing that's really helping Jennifer Aniston. Have you guys actually watched the morning show on Apple TV?
No.
I'm kind of working through the first season. I'm excited because they got a trailer out now for season 2, and it's going to be coming on. It's a very good, as you would expect. I mean, they've got what an amazing cast.
I heard
that's
great
in that.
things.
Yeah, it's a solid show, and so. Yeah, I think, with something like that, Jennifer Aniston still is relevant. She's not just living on 90s fame. So, yeah, I think she claims the name Jennifer.
There's a rumor out there that her and Schwimmer are actually really dating,
Getting
not
it?
just doing it for publicity, but secretly he's been going over to her crib.
It's because Jennifer Aniston wants to claim the name Jennifer, and she's got competition from Jennifer Lopez, who's also trying to date Ben Affleck. So if you want to claim the name Jennifer, it's a battle out there,
If
Virginia.
You got to be busy.
Well, if you want people
Yeah.
to talk about you got to date somebody.
You gotta
someone
date
famous.
somebody.
Professionally, personally, you got to be a busy Jennifer.
Yep.
Robert, who claims the name?
De Niro.
His first name pops in my head too, but Downey Jr. should be there, but for some reason, Robert De Niro is the first one that pops in there.
Well, De Niro's been around since the
Yeah.
70s, classic movies. You could go
Robert Redford. No, too old.
back in 82. I think Redford would have been, because Redford was big in the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah. Time period. It always changes. Hey, week to week, month to month, year to year, who knows?
I got one, Virginia.
Who?
Kevin Ralston.
Of course.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Then Kevin Bacon, then Kevin Costner.
I a lot of times don't even claim it in this room. I used to get beat up by Virginia's husband.
Aw.
Sanicky? No, Ralston. I'm
It
a
is
K in
hard-
the KVJ show.
Whenever anybody texts me about Kevin, I have to sit and think for a second. Which one are they talking about? My work dude or my husband dude? It's really kind of tricky and annoying.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you have to go through that. Thank you for telling your story.
Her struggle.
Yes, thank you for being so brave.
That was
It's really like taxing, and I don't appreciate it.
Virginia,
You're so brave.
thank you for being so vulnerable.
Can one of y'all change your name? I'm not kidding.
Sure.
Chris.
I mean, there's so many of them now.
But yeah, it's kind of like I would go, "Bleh."
Can I go?
There's like 8 Chris's.
In my house, it'd be Chris Everett, the tennis player, but I know that's probably not going to work.
Especially if, and hers different. Well, she spelled
I think so.
same way.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think you got to throw her in the mix.
Yeah.
She's not going to win, but
I don't know why I'm thinking Chris O'Donnell, and that's not right.
Chris Rock,
Chris Rock, lead singer of Coldplay is Chris
Martin.
But he doesn't. Yeah, I can't even remember his name.
Hemsworth.
Pine.
Evans.
Yeah.
Like, good. They're being Christ to death.
So I think all of those guys, they cancel each other out and they're out of the race.
It's almost like there's a soup of Chris's and nothing definitively came to my mind. I don't know if maybe that's a draw. I don't know that I have a definitive. Who claims the name Chris?
Chris Rock keeps coming into my head.
Okay. For you, and this probably varies from person to person. It's who you hear the most, but I don't have a Chris that wins.
It's not Chris Rock, though, is it?
I like Chris Rock the best out of all those you just named.
But it's not the... Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a tough one.
George?
Clooney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Danny?
DeVito.
Okay.
Who else? Danny Chihulo?
You got... Yeah, Danny Masterson, which you don't want for
No.
bad reasons.
Not a good look.
No, you don't want him claiming the name Danny.
No.
Mark?
Wahlberg.
Cuban.
Cuban versus Wahlberg? Get out of here.
And you
with
know what?
that.
I went Hamill.
That's good, though. That's big. That's big.
Showing your age.
Gosh, hey, John.
Wayne
claims the
Gacy.
name?
John Wayne
It was the
Gacy.
first. I just said the first thing that came to my head. It was John Wayne Gacy.
You love murder.
I do not love murder. And I hate
Just
that I
serial killers. He doesn't like people that don't kill more than once. He thinks they're lazy.
I should not have said.
Get
John.
out there.
I should not have said
He
that.
wants to go get her.
John Mayer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
John McEnroe.
No,
No,
John Mayer
I-
gets it. Okay. This might be the toughest one yet. Claim the name. Justin.
Oh,
Right now, it's Justin Bieber.
definitely.
I think so too. Yeah, I think
Sorry,
I think-
Timberlake.
yes, no, you're right. He's knocked him off the mountain.
He did.
Right now that could change.
It could.
could change.
It could change, but really in music, you would have to argue that anybody has a hotter hand than Justin Bieber. I know Olivia Rodrigo's doing her thing, but Justin Bieber currently is on the #1 song in America.
Yeah, it goes Bieber, Timberlake, and then Justin Guarini
Who?
from American Idol.
Nobody talking about Guarini.
Season 1.
Somebody texted and said Sandra Bullock owns her name. So what? I mean, like she's trademarked Sandra Bullock, or because I don't think you can take Sandra off the table, right?
Well, Paris Hilton took Hot off the table, which I never
no,
thought
I
was
don't think
real.
she got. I think she tried that. And I think
I
they're
thought
like,
she did. I thought she
"That's hot." She tried-
successfully got that.
I don't think so.
I hope you are right. I want to be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think that went anywhere because I don't think you could. Because she then wanted to try to claim money anytime somebody said that's hot. Like, let's say, for instance, you're a soup store, and you want to say that's
You
hot.
better say that's warm.
Right, yeah. But who wants warm soup? It's a very cold day, maybe up here in New York City, and
You can say I just burned my tongue, but you can't say that's hot.
right.
I saw something on.
So it's really ridiculous.
I saw something on Saturday, which I didn't know how they got away with it. It was a pest control company.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they were called Stormtroopers Pest Control or Stormtrooper something.
Yeah.
And that's a Star Wars name.
Right.
How can you get away with that? I mean, Lucas wants
Lucas
to sue.
hasn't seen it.
So you think he's just going rogue and saying, I'm
Yeah.
going to do this locally, and I'm sure George Lucas will never see this?
And it's possible he won't, but
Does
if he
seem close, yeah.
does, they're going to send you a cease and desist.
So if I wanted to order or open up Greedo's Pizza, which is a character from, I could do that. And if George Lucas,
No, if George Lucas, I mean, he'll eventually, if you get successful, sue you. Look at that SpongeBob restaurant out in Dallas.
Right.
Those jokers. They opened up a whole SpongeBob restaurant, and they did
Yeah.
it poorly.
They did.
And then they got slapped quick with a lawsuit.
So Stormtroopers is just going rogue, is what's going on.
Yeah.
I saw a list that Star Wars was all over. It is the worst CGI ever in movies. And Star Wars had a couple of entries. They had Star Wars, the special edition that came out in 1997. They had CGI added to the original trilogy, and they re-released them in theaters, and they put in a terrible scene with a very fake-looking Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, Virginia, it's so bad. Me and Sweet Danny's just watched this the other day. They took Yoda and Jabba the Hutt, and it's like they got amnesia. They forgot what they looked like and made the most broke-down versions
Yeah.
of these guys.
Yeah.
And then they had to go back and remaster it because they got so much hate for it.
Yes.
Because it looked nothing like it.
How embarrassing for them. I mean, they're the biggest franchise ever. They
It is.
can't get it
They
right.
were flaunting it, though, because keep in mind, this is 1997. This was mid-90s. So they were, in a sense, boasting of like, whoa, look at what we're doing digitally. And so they came out with that. And then that's the problem with a lot of these CGI movies now, is they're getting better with it. In fact, the other day, there was a highlight film that I was watching online, and people were arguing, is that a video game or is that real? And people couldn't even decide. And finally, they had to do the side-by-side. It was from the actual NFL game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But watching the guy catch the touchdown and dancing, people couldn't even agree on if it was real or... So that's where you are now with digital. Back then in the 90s, they weren't there and it looked terrible.
I have that 2021 Major League Baseball game, you know, where I make myself a character and I get to the major leagues. There are parts of that game you cannot tell
You don't
if
know.
it's a video game or if it's a real game.
My son was playing a game and I watched it for 20 minutes thinking, I'm going, well, they can't do that in baseball. And he's like, Dad, it's a video game. I'm like, why did I just waste 20 minutes watching you play a video game?
My dad gets captivated by, he can't believe
It's
how
unreal.
good. He hasn't seen a video game since 1986.
Right.
So when he sees this now, it shocks his system.
You got to be careful showing that to an old
He's
dog.
like a caveman. Too much light.
So nothing looks older now. If you go back and see some of the early tries at CGI, it really sticks out and it's ugly. And that scene from the Star Wars Special Edition in '97 is probably the worst.
Well, I mean, I'm going to dork out for a second. The Jabba the Hutt's really bad, but I would even vote the Yoda is 10 times worse.
Okay.
It's so bad. Even you, not being a Star Wars fan, you would look at that and go, ooh, Yoda looks bizarre.
But how Baby Yoda look, though?
Baby Yoda wasn't around yet.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda's so
You don't know.
cute.
Stop getting on that Baby Yoda train.
I love Baby Yoda.
She don't know nothing about Baby Yoda.
She doesn't know about Star
She
Wars.
doesn't. She says that to get under my skin.
Baby Yoda is adorable.
The other one that made it in for Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones from 2002. That was the part when Anakin tries to surf on the back of a herd beast on Naboo. You remember that one?
There's a lot of dropped balls during the prequels.
Yeah, so Star Wars is all over this list of the worst CGI ever in movies. They also had Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone from 2001. The bathroom troll wasn't exactly convincing, they said. Justice League, even from 2017, not that long ago. In fact, they said it was so bad. Henry Cavill, who is the guy who plays Superman in that, I guess he was also filming Mission Impossible Fallout, and he had a mustache that he couldn't shave for the movie. So they tried to use CGI to cover it up, and apparently it looks bad because you have like a blurry lip. And they're trying to cover up his mustache from the other movie he was making.
What's going on with your lip?
They did that with Jim from The Office. He was doing movies during when he started getting real popular, and they had to put a wig on him because of his hair. And you can tell in the scenes, like,
right.
Jim looks a little weird right there.
And the other one they list was the James Bond movie, Die Another Day from 2002. The part where Pierce Brosnan as James Bond falls off a glacier and windsurfs. I remember that scene sticking out. I was just like, ooh.
I I remember that too, and I was like, that seems
it looked so bad.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So the bodies and the backgrounds, all that stuff looks good. You can tell it's a video game or something's off when you look in the face slightly. Even with the Luke Skywalker at the end of Mandalorian, they brought Luke Skywalker. Ooh, maybe I should have said that. I don't. Oh, never mind. I'm spoiling stuff. I'm just saying the CGI still wasn't that good. I think I spoiled stuff. I feel bad.
You just threw your mic away from your face because you're just like, I just need to stop
I
talking.
think I spoiled a series for people who haven't seen.
Oh no.
Time to move on. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. All right, we got a few celebrity birthdays today. Blake Lively, who I believe you've already mentioned once today in the dirt. She's having a birthday today. Wasn't she doing some charity work with her husband?
Yes, she's helping out Haiti. I love that.
So she's 34 today, doing something good for her birthday. Billy Ray Cyrus turned 60 today, and Gene Simmons is turning 72. And I was reading about that rant he had this week where he was talking about how he didn't like to see artists that were way past their prime. It was talking about Fat Elvis. And I was like, well, if there's anybody that comes close to resembling Fat Elvis, it's Fat Gene. So I'm like, it's very odd that he doesn't like that so much, yet he's about to go on a farewell tour and try to tuck his big butt into those old tight spandex from the 70s.
Does he not have mirrors in his house?
I don't know.
He's trolling.
It was unbelievable. I'm like going, wow. Yeah.
The balls.
Well,
Literally.
it was just odd. Everything that he said, ripping on Elvis so much, he'd be like, come on, know when to hang it up. I'm like, you're right. He's got to be kidding, right?
Gotta be.
He doesn't understand the connection. I mean, Elvis wore a ridiculous suit. Gene wears a ridiculous suit. I mean, they both have jet black hair. I mean, the parallels are uncanny.
He's heavier Elvis. He's like heavy metal Elvis.
Elvis wore a girdle. Gene Simmons wears a girdle.
With each line I read, I just couldn't even believe more. I'm like, clearly he has to be kidding.
He's kidding. There's no
Has to
way.
be. But honestly, knowing Gene Simmons, I don't think he was. I think he might be that unplugged. Happy 18th birthday. This is Ewan send this out. Very proud of you. It says from Mom, Dad, Connor, and Lola. Also want to wish our daughter Sweet Pea a happy 16th birthday. We love you very much. From Mom, Dad, Leah, Jonah, and Nugget. Bigfoot is real, they said.
I love that nickname, Sweet Pea.
Aww.
Also, they said here, I was wondering if you give my mom, Linda, a shout out for our birthdays. Yes, we have the exact same birthday.
Oh, Linda.
Linda.
World Record Wednesday is on. Bird is dressed and ready. He's got his pizza onesie on. He is looking like he is on it today. And he's got a big old bag of delicious marshmallows in front of him. Now, here is the world record he's looking for. It's the most marshmallows eaten in 1 minute. The current record is 25. And Jbird has the standard size. It's not the mini or the giant, is what you got. So standard size marshmallows. Honestly, I didn't know they came in 3 different sizes. I thought there was just the mini and then the large.
I found this out during the modern day s'more party that I threw. And they've got mini, they got medium, they got big, they got pink.
Really?
They now make them too flat and square for s'mores.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
The modern day s'mores is really kind of taking storm right now. A lot of people are doing it.
Well, I used to have a problem when I would try to make my s'mores. I was a young fat child. And I would take the graham cracker and I would try to squish down that big round marshmallow. And I would always, with my little fat fingers, I would break the cracker. And it was always so frustrating, Virginia, because all I wanted to do was eat as fast as I could.
We know.
And I just took so long. Why didn't they have these great marshmallows when I was a youth?
Yeah, the MDS.
I could have been even bigger.
Everything's better, Kevin. It's called progress.
It is. You're right. I mean, wow.
You're seeing MDS everywhere. Modern day s'more stuff is all over the grocery stores.
Yeah.
There's s'more kits now.
Maybe it's better that you didn't have them flat
Honestly.
marshmallows, because then you would have been fatter than you are
It'd have been an
anymore.
extra 100 lbs, no doubt. All right, Bird, the marshmallow world record, 25 standard size marshmallows in 1 minute. And they may only be eaten one at a time, and there is no drinking anything during the attempt.
One at a time, Virginia.
No chasers?
I know. So
Yeah.
this is actually quite difficult. I tried doing this last night. This is ones it's easy to choke on. It's easy to choke.
Okay, well, the thing that you got to go one at a time. That means that the mouth has to be clear before another one enters the mouth, I assume?
You have to swallow, then put in.
Okay.
Yes.
Virginia's going to try to make it dirty.
I know, and she's filming me like paparazzi style. I don't like when she does this. It
makes you nervous.
VMZ in your face.
Well, there's something behind what she's doing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have. It's gonna be on Insta Story, and I'm gonna make rude comments under.
Well, just join everyone else then.
You can watch this on KVJ TV. A lot of people dial it up on their flat screen TVs in the morning. Just go to YouTube, look for the KVJ show, and you got us there, either live or on demand. Either way you want it.
Predictions?
Got 25. KVJ respectable would be about half that mark. At 12, we would put it. 12 in 1 minute. I could see you doing, I'm going to put it at 10 over under. 12 I think is respectable. 10 is what I'm going to see if you can go over under. What do you think, Virginia?
I love how he sets the bar low.
No, I don't know about setting it low. I'm just doing, we got KVJ respectable. I got some gambling odds.
Over here just laughing at her eyes. That's the bar low.
If I had a...
Failure is imminent.
If I had a $5 bet on this for 10, where are you going? Over, under, push, Virginia?
I'm going over.
You are, but I don't believe you.
I'm going over.
You're trolling me.
Okay, we're putting in the bet. Suits, are you going over or under 10? He's pushing. Suits says you're going to get right
at 10. It's not a bad idea, Suits.
This is not easy. This is
I'm
a
sure
tough
it is,
one.
yeah.
Because my problem last night was you have to chew it quite a bit to get it down. Because if you chew just a little and you try to swallow it, it chokes you out.
Yeah, absolutely. Denny's. Oh, he's going way over.
Yes,
Denny said way over.
Yes, brother.
Denny thinks you're going to get 40.
How's your mouth? You feeling moist?
I don't. I'm going through a bout of dehydration right now.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not.
Long-term COVID.
It's yeah. I think you're probably right.
Dude, you can be shaking them symptoms for months.
You're right. I still can't smell completely 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost, even with the taste buds, you have to kind of warm them up a bit.
Okay.
You taste
They're
it.
lazy.
I had Culver's yesterday,
Yeah.
and the first bite or two, I'm like, why am I not really tasting any? I could taste a little bit, and by the third bite, I'm like, okay, I can taste it, but
So if you really want to enjoy like a candy bar, you need to eat 2 first that you don't really like, just to really get the pop of that third one you really want.
It's like a warm up or a spring training. Yeah,
Should be good for a diet.
A
Or
preseason.
what you can do in the drive-thru is stick your tongue out really far and start slapping your tongue in front of the people that work there. That'll wake up your tongue, and then you'll be ready.
Well, yeah, I did that.
Okay, gambling odds I put at 10. I'm going to go a little under because like I said, look, I have eaten a lot of marshmallows in my life, and I respect it. It's not necessarily a condemnation on the bird. It's just I respect the marshmallow.
At 06, Ralston would have said I would have nailed it.
Damn.
He believed in me more back then, and then he saw my body of work.
His abilities and my faith have both fallen apart.
Then he made the adjustment.
We're both declining
You're slower,
rapidly.
you're older.
Yeah. Okay. All right, World Record Wednesday. It is the most marshmallows eaten in 1 minute. The record is 25. Betting odds are at 10. Jbird, on your mark, get set, and go. First marshmallows in his mouth. He's chewing away, and he knocks it back. He's got 1 down. Okay.
Done.
All right, second one is down, and he's got the third one in his mouth. He's chewing. He's kind of like really fighting it, kind of like a dog. Okay. All right, he's got 3 down. He's got number 4 in his mouth. 4 is down. Okay. He's working through it. He seems like he's getting into a better groove. Okay, but it's getting stuck in the throat now. He's got 5 down. 6 is in his mouth. He's shaking his head around ferociously.
What's the time? What's the time?
Okay, it is 25 seconds left on that. Okay. I lost the count on the time check. Okay, so where are we?
7? Is that 8?
Okay, we'll have Suits. He's checking it. So he's chewing right now. He's got 14, 13, 12 seconds left. He's making some really good moves right now. Okay, he's got a little bit stuck in back of his throat. He's at 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. He's going with one last one and all the way to the finish.
Knockout.
Doesn't count.
Knockout.
Final count is 9.
9.
It was just under. Just under. Yeah. Like I said, I
Wow.
respect it. That's why I took the under. I thought it was going to be tough. You went under. I win the bet.
The disappointment.
It was disappointment.
Yeah.
I got to think about retiring.
Oh,
No, man, it's just, hey, you show how difficult it is. So that person that got 25 in 1 minute, and you gave it all you had.
You're an athlete.
All right, this is
You
working.
need to just get back out there,
This is working.
train some more. You'll get your chance again next Wednesday. Don't give up, Buttercup.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
That's it.
Anytime Virginia is overly positive, it does feel weird.
It does, yeah. It's not real comforting, is it?
It's
Oddly
like,
enough.
it's like, yeah, I just feel it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
She's about to pull the football. Watch out, Charlie
Right.
Brown.
Look out! Yeah, thanks, Lucy.
Are we sure, Suits, that Jbird's number was 9? It's at 10? Okay. Yeah, because some people in the chat room were saying it was 11. Of course, I get the blame. I was trying to keep the time and the count, and I, wasn't able to do both.
I've been.
Denny's was counting. He said it was 9.
I think it was more. I was counting in my head too, and I really thought it was 10.
Yeah.
At least.
So I know everybody's blaming me. I wasn't doing the count.
Yeah, well, we kind of lost the count, I think, when about the middle of it, because I wasn't counting. I thought you guys were, and then I tried to pick it up. I went and re-looked at it, though, so you didn't get 11 like some were saying, because that last marshmallow didn't count, but you did get 10. So it is 10.
Okay, so it was a push. So Suits
I actually got it right.
Yeah,
It's a
Suits got the
push.
gambling odds.
Okay.
Nice job. Okay, so 10's the credit. And that's good to be in double digits,
It
right?
feels good. I
Yeah.
feel like a champion now. I'm coming out of
Right.
retirement.
Nine,
Oh,
nine depressing, 10. Okay, you can live with that.
baby, give me a drink. We
You
got
can
vodka.
live with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what we got that goes nice with marshmallows? Kahlua. Ooh. I'll put that
Okay.
baby in the microwave, make you a hot toddy.
I really don't believe you'll do that. I'm calling you. I don't think you'll do that. I don't. I think
It's a good challenge, isn't
I
it?
think you've lost your edge.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
excited. I'm going to make you a hot toddy.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited.
It's a good challenge.
Dude, it's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
It's
yeah.
hump day.
It's
Yeah,
hump day.
we were just talking about World Record Wednesday. You had to think about
I
it.
did. Yeah, I'm marshmallow drunk.
Yeah. That residual effect.
We don't come to you for your words. We come to you for your athleticism.
All right, pipe down.
Well, I know a lot of people want to know. I've been following the saga of my mom. I have put some stuff up on social media, just asking for everybody's prayers if that be your thing. Just any kind of positivity you can send. My mom, about a week ago, finally went to the hospital. She has COVID, and she also has the chronic bronchitis like I do. I got it from her, and I think for a long time she was in denial and thought that that's what she had, and she kept trying to treat that with a Z-Pack and even cough medicine, and then finally she just needed to go to the hospital, and that's part of the problem, and I learned my lesson last year when I kind of had the same thing where I'm like, okay, I got bronchitis. And I don't know if you can have both at the same time.
You can.
Okay.
You can absolutely have both at the
Okay.
same time.
And I did. So
Dr. Sinicki has spoken.
Okay.
Just think about
Yeah.
it.
Virginia's already 0 for 2 today, so let's,
I'm sure there's no way Virginia's wrong.
You can have both. I think you did.
okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're so and yet the fact that Virginia still keeps being wrong all morning, she's like just continuing to go for it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love her confidence.
Yes. So that I think was part of the problem. And, I've been doing I've already through the whole pandemic been doing a lot of COVID reading just to try to understand what's going on. And it's, as you know, confusing. It's tough. And things change too as people are finding out what's going on with this. And then you got a new variant that's different than what we had to deal with before. And so it's tough. But the one thing I keep reading is that it's really about getting it quick. And so if you even start to think that what you have could be the coronavirus or COVID, you definitely need to look into the treatments. I have found out that getting it within the first 5 days is very key. I was able to talk to my mom's nurse last night, I guess, into this early morning. And what we didn't want to have happen, unfortunately, had to happen last night. She is now on the ventilator, which, for the most part, if you go, at least in my mom's situation and where she is, I don't know if this applies to everyone who gets on a ventilator. I know they say that's really the last resort. The doctors were telling me that, and they were trying to do everything possible to not put her on that. Because once you get to that point, your chances, at least in my mom's situation, I'm not saying all, but at least in my mom's situation, they had told me that it's chances are slim that she'll be able to, pull out of it, barring an unforeseen miracle. But, people keep sending me different medications. At this point, we're trying any kind of Hail Mary. And I said, yeah, please, whatever we can try. That's just it. You want to try everything.
Of
Just
course.
say,
I'm
hey.
sorry to hear that it turned
Yeah.
like that. That
I
really
know.
sucks.
Well, it really was kind of a roller coaster. The last time I had given an update was yesterday, and they said, "Oh, your mom had a good night," and so you were hopeful. But then my dad talked to him, and when he had talked to the doctor, he said, "Well, she didn't necessarily decline, but she didn't necessarily improve, and the problem was her body just really has not been fighting this, COVID's it's got her. I mean, it's doing what it does.
It's debilitating.
Yeah, and you either see people where your body at some point takes over and starts getting the advantage, the upper hand on COVID, and that's what they've just been waiting for. So, she's on the ventilator now, and I think they'll, kind of like wean her off a little bit and just see if, maybe her body will pick up and take over again. And, so, you're still hopeful and you're still praying, for a miracle, but unfortunately it's not looking good. But
Well, if you need anything from us, I know you probably won't ask for anything, but if you need anything, we're here for you.
no,
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. I mean, honestly, the sending the meals to the nurses with little smiles, that was big. Every single comment, like I said, and I'm hopeful because so many people left great, really positive comments on our social media and on my social media. And like I said, I talked to Mom. I guess it was just a night ago. Everything's blurring together.
I think you
And-
talked to her Monday night.
Was it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And she had called. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh, here's my mom. And I called, or she called, and I picked it up. And the toughest part of that was she for the first time, I think the reality was setting in. She was scared. I was talking about that a little bit yesterday. And that's the toughest part. And the nurse had said that they had to, restrain her, and she's just, fighting it. And that's what's really tough about it. I think she got the full reality of what's going on and what she has, and that's just tough. And so if you get to this point, I want her to fight. I want her to beat this thing, but at the same time, COVID makes you suffer, unfortunately.
Are you going to head up there? Please don't worry anything about work. We have everything covered down here.
Yeah, I don't know. I sent a text to my dad, and I offered that, and he has not said anything. And my dad's a lot like me in many respects, and he gets uncomfortable when people dote over him. He doesn't like the attention. And so I told him, look, I just sit there. I want to be with you. I don't,
Right.
Well,
there's
and your
no
mom
pressure on
too.
that.
I mean, you want to be able to at least be at the hospital.
Yeah, I don't even know. They really, I think at the hospitals they want people to stay away.
Got ya.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's what's really tough about the COVID is, like I said before, you typically when you get to go, you want to go with your kids and your family around you, and COVID doesn't allow that. It's solitude, it's lonely, and that's what people have to go through.
Well, if you want to talk to anybody, my sister, she's in it, man. She's got 11, 12 patients every single day on ventilators.
Yeah.
She's in the ICU
Right.
dealing with COVID since, March of last year.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, if you want to talk at all about what the ventilator means.
Yeah, I've gotten luckily. My mom's nurses have been very good. I've read so much about it. I know what it means, and they've been very upfront with it, and so I do appreciate the offer. So yeah, it's
Is the hospital in Logan?
It's in Lancaster. It's a town nearby between Columbus and Logan, where my parents are. So I feel like she's getting the best care that she possibly can, and they're doing what they can. So unfortunately, the update's not good. I wish it was, but that's where it is. And so yeah, I'll see what I need to do. That's just it. You've been through this, Bird. I've never been through this, and so you don't know what to do. You want to help, and you're like, okay, what can I do? I've been researching this, like. And I get this. Like, I'm going to drop anything that the doctors have not heard of or seen, but I'm looking on bizarre sites,
Right.
Like, well, they tried this in Israel, and it worked with
Yeah.
14 out of 15 people for people in my mom's condition.
Well, I
And-
don't blame you for doing that.
Yeah.
and you're like, just throw up a Hail Mary, anything. I'm like, please try it. I mean, there's nothing to lose at this point. I'm not going to be angry with you if it goes south. It can't go worse.
Right.
So just anything. I don't care what it is. Just do it and try it. So, Yeah, so, you're just trying to figure it out. So this is a first for me, and,
Well, yeah, I mean, the only reason why, because I know sometimes you get worried about work. I just don't want to even worry about work, because we got you covered on all that.
I appreciate that, and I'll do if I need to. Right, for me, work's a blessing.
I hear you.
Work is a blessing. I love coming in here. I know we're supposed to make y'all laugh and all that stuff, and I hate that I'm bringing some people down probably right now. But
it's also you're being real, and we talk about what's really going on in our lives.
Yeah, so that's really what's going on. And hey, look, I get it from this side, knowing how important it is to have a place to go where you can get your mind off stuff, because out there it's real, and there's some nasty stuff you got to deal with. So that's why we try to have fun in here. So it's kind of where I am. But again, thank you for all the positivity, from the nurses to our listeners to everybody. You guys have made a really tough situation a lot better. So I can't tell you how much I do appreciate that. So thank you very much. Had a lot of really interesting responses on the KVJ Show Facebook page. We asked the question, or for you to fill in the blank, sex is great, but have you ever blank? So what would you say maybe is like, okay, yeah, that's good, but...
Have you ever had a legit grilled cheese party where everyone's making grilled cheese, there's music on? I've had that. A lot of adults don't do that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of great fun. And if you do it right, it may lead to sex.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
He's the only one that tries to get frisky with grilled cheese in the bedroom.
I'm just saying that there's something to be had or said about these fun cooking parties.
Okay.
Adult style, like the modern day s'more party. Was that not fun?
It was.
Even though you were 9 hours late?
I'm very busy.
I'm not holding on to that.
It's kind of interesting, some of the answers that people put up on our Facebook page. Bradley said, yeah, sex is great, but have you ever ordered a certain amount of nuggets, but they accidentally gave you one too many?
That's a great one. Yes.
Oh, it's like, oh, yes, an extra nug.
It doesn't happen that often either. It's very rare.
Donald said, yeah, sex is great, but have you ever been able to hit that itch in your ear?
Oh,
yeah.
The ear orgasm, they call it. Yeah, an eargasm.
Orgasm.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. Why does it feel so good? It does.
Sex is great, but have you ever got to drink hottie toddies while you were at work?
Right.
Pretty awesome. This is delicious.
Hot toddy.
Oh.
Hottie toddies are like good-looking coworkers.
Well,
Hey, drink those too.
Chad said, sex is great, but have you ever held in a number 2 and then finally let it out at home?
You're on a date?
Oh, am I going to be? Oh.
Poogasm.
Oh, that is great.
Disgusting.
That is very disgusting.
You are making me nauseous.
Yeah. Ooh.
Enjoy your hot toddy.
Yeah. Taylor said, yeah, sex is great, but have you ever gotten a whole night's sleep without interruption from small children or an early alarm?
What's that like?
I've never. I haven't had 8 hours of solid sleep since probably I was 16 or 17.
You're right, yeah. Camilla said, yeah, sex is great, but have you ever gotten ready for work and then realized you actually had the day off?
Oh, that sucks.
It does suck, but at the same time, you're going, oh, wait.
Okay.
I did that at our old station, and I got ready. It was on a Saturday morning, and I got into my car, and I realized it wasn't work time, and I was quite cozy, to be quite honest with you.
You're like, okay, this is great. I got a free day.
Have all Saturday.
Do whatever you want, yeah. Kara said, sex is great, but have you ever had time for coffee in peace? That quiet moment where you got a great beverage and you're just sitting there and there's nothing that is demanding your attention.
Like sitting on a balcony and just like looking out and just sipping coffee and not having to rush anywhere. Mm-hmm. What's that like?
Sex is great, but have you ever dreaded going out and doing something and you have these plans you don't want to do, and then the person you're doing, they cancel on you, so you don't even have to do it? That's such a great feeling.
Yeah. Unexpected gift of cancel.
Yes.
Jody said sex is great, but have you ever climbed into bed on clean, crisp cotton sheets and freshly shaven legs?
Yes.
Okay.
So nice.
Yes, my freshly shaven legs love that. Whitney said, sex is great, but have you ever had your back scratched by freshly manicured nails?
Oh.
Bird, right?
Yes. Oh, sex is great, but have you ever been shampooed?
Oh, right.
Oh, I love being shampooed.
They do that. I went to a hair salon, and they would do the shampoo and hand massage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the hand massage. You don't realize how much tension you hold in the The palm.
I went to get a manicure the other day at a new place. I was outside of my neighborhood. I was in a hurry. And the dude, after he finished my nails, he came over and gave me like a shoulder rub. And I loved it. He was a gay guy. I was totally into it. I was like, that's never happened before.
I told you about that one massage. It was more of a cheaper massage. I couldn't believe it was an hour and a half long, and it was $30 less than the big dog places.
Yeah?
And halfway through, she jumps up on my back.
No way.
She jumped from the floor onto the table like a catcher. Like a cat catcher.
Just,
onto my back.
A cat in catcher's gear?
Exactly. And it got on my back and did all these things while she was squatting on my back. Amazing.
Yeah.
Did you get turned on?
All these things?
It wasn't about that. Don't make this sleazy.
I love how
these
you're trying to
things.
say you didn't get at least half that attention.
I did not. Come on.
Whatever.
All these things.
The lies.
Oh, good boy, stop it.
So turned on.
Jessica said sex is great, but have you ever gotten popped like a glow stick at the chiropractor?
Oh, that is fun.
The pop, 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 and then you get that relief. Margot said sex is great, but have you ever been cutting wrapping paper and the scissors just start to glide?
Yes.
What a great feeling that is.
Oh.
Yuritsa said, hers is walking the beach alone under the stars, just you, your thoughts, your dreams. This must be what heaven feels like. Okay. Charlene said sex is great, but have you ever taken a vacation all by yourself?
Oh, that's nice too.
Okay, no needy people, no whiners, no complainers.
You do
Eat,
whatever
drink what you
you
want.
want to do.
That also can lead to a little vacation afternoon delight.
By yourself?
Well, you meet people on vacation.
with a cat catcher.
You meet people on vacation.
Okay.
Come on now.
Sheena said sex is great, but have you ever enjoyed the wind blowing on your face? Like on a four-wheeler, dirt bike, motorcycle, boat, Jeep. She said it's called wind therapy. Have you ever heard of that? Wind therapy.
There's a lot of weird therapies out there that are good. They're odd.
Okay.
Walking meditations, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Diane said sex is great, but you ever scuba dived in Hawaii and heard the whales sing?
Wow,
No.
that's pretty cool.
That is. And one of our great rednecks said sex is great, but have you ever snagged a gator with your bare hands off an airboat? What a rush. What a rush. Okay. All right, very nice. Virginia, I guess you got some interesting messages after yesterday's Do It Bitch.
So many.
I had to shut off my phone. People are trying to get a hold of me. Legit people, they couldn't even get a hold of me.
It was bad. It was a cascade of texts and calls.
I definitely gotta change my number.
So if you missed it yesterday, Virginia and Suits lost Do It Bitch, and what they had to do for losing was they had to show their phone number on Kvj TV. Virginia and a funny joke showed Jbird's number instead.
Kevin, it was so hardy har funny.
Yeah. Hardy har har.
I loved it.
I know you did.
But then she did show her own number, and I know you both got some very interesting messages. So, Jbird, you even got some because Virginia gave out your number too.
Yeah, I had so many. I can't. The funniest one, someone thought they were texting with Virginia and they were talking major trash about me. How Virginia's her favorite. I'm so annoying AF, and you can tell they hadn't heard the whole bit yet. And then they text back, "Hey, sorry, Jbird, I was just kidding." I'm like, "No, your honest opinion about me was on there."
Sorry, Jbird. I was just keeping it real.
So many people thought they were talking to me, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, Jbird."
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, by the way, there's a percentage of y'all out there, y'all are perverts, hitting on a married woman like Virginia, then realizing it's me after.
Okay.
She's married, y'all.
Yeah, I got a lot of offers for sex.
Okay.
I'm not going to take up any of those, but thanks.
One
Okay.
dude, he had a Port St. Lucie number, would not stop asking to see your boobs. I'm like, dude, I'm going to show you some boobs.
Okay, you're going to get it.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get it. Virginia, you said you got in a fight with a couple of people too?
Yeah, a
You
couple
did?
people. Well, they wanted to poke the witch, and the witch was feeling a little grumpy yesterday because I didn't get a nap.
Oh, no.
And so
no.
you didn't get the witch, you got the bitch.
What was it that got to you?
Oh, my favorite one was somebody was going in on me pretty hard, and then they were like, finally, you had to pay off a punishment. Finally. Like, I never pay off punishments. And so I wrote back, I did your mom. That was a punishment.
What?
Yeah, this is the stuff
It got real ugly.
This is the
What?
stuff she's saying.
What?
Oh, we call her Titanic because she's going to bring us all down.
Yeah. You said you actually got also some nice invitations, like to a shrimp boil.
I got invitations to do a shrimp boil off. I got an
Okay.
invitation to a wedding. I got an invitation to a bachelorette party.
Okay.
Probably won't go to the wedding, but I will go to the bachelorette party.
I got a text message, and I'm so afraid of being catfished. You'd think I would learn. I even
Yeah.
asked this person, like, I know you're catfishing me. Aren't you? They are claiming they have all of this unopened G.I. Joe. These toys, old
yeah,
vintage.
they know how to get you.
They go Bird. Okay, all these '80s toys.
It's still in the package?
It's still in the package, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you're catfishing me. And they were dropping some names on there. I'm like, okay, maybe this is real.
Come over, Jbird. It's in my basement. Let's go down and look at it.
It's in my basement. Okay, Precious, it puts the lotion in the basket.
Next thing you know,
Jason Pennington, easiest man to murder.
All right, got some makeup or breakup emails here. This one said he's been spending money on OnlyFans. Are you in or you out of this one? It said my boyfriend's been giving money to some skank on an OnlyFans account.
how much?
Doesn't
does it matter?
say. Yeah.
I mean, I think some guys look at free porn. I mean, if he's only spending $5 here and there, is it that big of a
People
difference?
keep asking what's the difference with the OnlyFans. You start a relationship with some of these people. If
Yeah.
you're watching this Pornhub, you're watching a video, and then you turn off your computer. You can talk to people. They're doing things for you. Something starts to. It's not just fun and games.
According to the email, it's over $5,000.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's ridiculous.
They've been together for a year and a half, and her name's Kiki.
She sounds cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's no way that's her real name.
Yeah.
Getting freaky with Kiki. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Kiki is the cutest name,
It's a
by
great
the way.
name.
I
It's-
love
it's-
that name.
It's a good OnlyFans name.
Well, she saw it on the computer. She confronted him. He was honest. It showed like how much he had spent, and then she's really upset because she's like, "You spent more on Kiki than he has on me."
Damn.
He's begging for forgiveness. My girlfriends think I should leave him, but I truly do love him. What would you do if you were me? $5,000, Kiki on OnlyFans.
Wallace Pennington's heard enough.
Yeah.
He's made a mistake. I don't know if I break up with him over this.
A
but
mistake?
He's definitely in Pornhub jail and you porn jail and all that.
Maybe it's the hottie toddies talking, but
Yeah.
you're so bizarre with what you get mad at and what you don't get
Right.
mad at. $5,000, he's been doing this for so long with his OnlyFans woman, and you're cool with it. Wallace Pennington's out, Kev.
I'm with you. I'm just not interested in being with somebody that's into that. And if that's your thing, it'd be like, oh, look, that's not what I'm into. I'm not into being with somebody who would spend $5,000 on Kiki on OnlyFans, and
I feel like
See ya.
OnlyFans
Go-
is different than porn, V.
I hear you. But I feel like if Panda had endless amounts of money, he would probably spend $5,000 on Kiki. And I don't think he's going to cheat on me necessarily, but I think it's the intrigue of, some guys just like porn.
And maybe I'm old fashioned and maybe I got a jealous streak in me, but if I was with somebody and they were my girlfriend and I found out they were secretly going on OnlyFans, spending all this money, getting this relationship with this dude, that would make me insecure. Now, I'm not saying that makes me right and maybe I should be more secure as a man. I'm just saying that would bother me.
The fact that he spent more on Kiki than he did on you, that's a little upsetting. But if he was treating you right and whining and dining and buying gifts for you, and then he was just enjoying his private time looking at pictures of Kiki on the side, I don't know that I would care that much.
okay.
Yeah, you're bizarre.
Yeah, he
you're
is,
like
yeah.
a Rubik's Cube.
I like to keep you guessing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to guess.
Here's another email, makeup or breakup. He never told me about his son. My boyfriend of 6 months just told me he's got a son. He never mentioned this until I saw a picture of my boyfriend and a little boy hugging on social media. And I was like, hey, who's the little boy? And that's when he said, well, it's my 4-year-old son. I'm like, okay, like you never thought to mention this? And he said there's a ton of drama when it comes to his ex. He said she's crazy to deal with, especially when it comes to their kid. But it's kind of made me feel really uneasy that we've been together for this long and you don't reveal something that is kind of big in your life at that point. Now, look, I really love my boyfriend, but I don't know. It's just starting to look really messy. And the longer I'm with him, maybe the more I'm going to get drawn into it. Should I stay or should I go? So far, he's done a really good job of insulating you from it. It is odd that he hasn't, told you it's 6 months.
6 months is a long time.
That is a long time to hold on to it.
I don't like secrets.
Yeah, I hear you, but I mean, it's his own thing to decide when he wants to say. I don't know that I would break up in this situation.
I think you should always let somebody know if you have a kid.
I think 6 months is too long to go without telling somebody. But that being said, if it's a guy and he doesn't have custody, it is different than if it's a girl and she does have custody. It's just different because if the kid never lives with him, it's not like if you guys get married, now you're going to have this kid living with you. But a lot of times, if a woman has custody and she doesn't tell a man about this kid, it's tricky because if you guys get into a serious relationship, you would be living in this house and then now you'd be a stepdad. And that's a different set of responsibilities that I think you should be honest about.
I think you should never have a secret like that. That's such a matter of the heart, such a big kind of a thing. I think you got to let people up front know that you have kids. I think that's the fair thing. Now, I'm not saying you have to introduce them and you have to meet.
Right.
You should let someone know that.
I don't think that her boyfriend played it right. But at the same time, I don't know that I would break up for this.
I don't think
because
I would.
It could be that messy and toxic that he's like,
He might be trying to insulate you.
Right, and that's probably it, saying, look, I really care about you. I don't want you to know about this craziness. And now I finally, now that you see I love him, clearly. Take photos with him, hugging him. At least try to make it look like I love him. So, all right. Well,
Yeah, I think we're breaking up with everybody.
Well, you always do.
You always do.
Yeah, I'm not breaking up.
How's that hot toddy number 2?
Number 2 is better than number 1. You're getting better, kid.
I added more Kahlua. Of course, you alcoholic lush.
That does not bode well for Kevin Ralston.
Uh-oh. It's Wednesday, right?
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
It's a party day, right?
It is. Come on.
Yeah.
Everybody knows wine down Wednesdays.
It is wine down. Oh, it is wine down.
But you're not drinking wine.
I will later.
Okay, good.
I finally had some of that Snoop wine.
Oh, you did?
I
Snoop's
did.
wine. Is it good?
It's wine.
Which
okay.
one?
The red kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like white wine
19
better.
Crimes?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I just know Snoop's face was on it.
Yeah.
And I had some,
Fantastic.
Not
I'm
bad.
going to have to try it.
You know what?
Yeah, it's a novelty gift that does not taste bad. When you
No.
get it, you're like, oh, I like this.
Yeah, wine hits me differently than a Kahlua would.
Okay.
Wine makes him horny.
Okay. All right.
Oh, so does Kahlua.
Oh, no.
Everything. Okay, one more to get your thoughts on here. Make up or break up. This email apparently is about her letting some dude tattoo her. My girlfriend got a tattoo from some guy she went to high school with, and I just found all this out. He's a tattoo artist, and one night they skipped class so he could ink her up. They went to where he works after hours. Nobody else was there. I feel like it's very inappropriate. Plus, this guy talked her into getting the dumbest looking tattoo. It's the Chinese symbol for enlightenment, and it looks awful.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Do you have any connection to Chinese culture? Are you just getting a Chinese tattoo that you don't even know?
I don't even have to hear the rest of this email. There's no way the tattoo guy and the girl are not hooking up. There's no way they're not.
She got it underneath her right breast.
Oh,
definitely.
Yeah.
She was probably holding up her boob. Feel good about that.
Yeah, they definitely hooked up.
And then she's like, what? Why are you so upset about this? You're just being jealous and possessive. It's my boob and my body. She's happy that she got a free tattoo. Tattoos do cost, if you get a good one, a couple $100, depending upon how big it is and where it is and all that kind of stuff.
But he's saying it's not even that good.
well, he's all mad because
Right.
the dude clearly wants to.
We'll need to see the tattoo.
You're breaking up with a girl if she does this. She put herself in a very bad situation. Don't like it. I would continue to monitor what the relationship is between the two. I don't know if it's necessarily a definite out for me.
Dude, I'm all about respect. If I feel like there's some funny business going on, and I get that things happen. It's all how you react too. She doesn't see why he's upset because you're going to a tattoo shop after hours. It's on your breast. You guys are together.
Yeah.
It's a dude that probably likes you.
It's a lie.
And then you double down. And what's the big deal? He's not trying to sleep with. There's nothing more annoying
Right.
when a guy knows another guy is trying to sleep with your girl, and the girl acts like she doesn't see it.
We're just friends.
Jason, my gosh, I swear Tim does not want to sleep with me. He was just showing me his abs and his dong.
I had a dog. Virginia, you in, you out?
How hot is she?
She sounds like drama. She sounds like too much drama, man.
Okay.
Get away from the drama.
Get away from the drama.
She does sound like she likes drama and stirring the pot and giving you stress. And a girl that wants you to be jealous, that's a lot of work.
Run away from that girl, the girl or the guy. And this isn't a sexist thing. This is about a type of personality. The person that always wants to make you feel like someone's
Everybody
after them.
wants them.
Yeah, that's such a turn off. Who wants to have that?
You want to feel secure, not always like afraid that your girl's going to hook up with some guy in a tattoo shop late at night.
I dated one girl. She always told me every guy that hit on her, and it was a major turn off. Like, I
Yeah.
get it. Guys desire you. Okay.
Okay.
This one doesn't anymore.
There you go.
All right. Any emails you want to send our way, just do it mail@kvjshow.com. We'll give you a ruling. Should you stay in? Should you get out? Coming up in a couple of minutes, we got another round of the Battle of the Generations. We've got our Gen Z, who is leading the whole competition, going up against our Gen X today. And I think our Gen X has been drinking.
I have.
What happened to you? What did you just do?
He's about three.
What
he's about
happened?
three toddies in.
What
Kev.
was that answer?
I just went somewhere. I don't know where I went.
What happened to you?
These toddies are hitting me.
Can you come back from wherever you went? We still got a little show left.
Speaking of going back where I went, I think you might have to take me home. I need a ride, Virginia.
Wow, okay.
Driving Miss Toddy.
So what we need here is we need somebody from Gen Z, age 18 to 25. If you know your pop culture trivia, call us up. And we also need somebody from Gen X, age 40 to 55. All right, time for another round of the Battle of the Generations here. We are going to be pitting up our leaders right now, who is Suits' generation, Gen Z, the 18 to 25-year-olds. They've got 13 wins in the Battle of the Generations. And in last place is the Gen Xers. That is our people age 40 to 55. That's Bird's team. They've only got 6 wins.
It's not about the wins, though. It's about the heart.
Team
I kind of
Toddy.
like the wins.
Yeah, Suits going for the wins, huh? Okay.
His hot toddies are kicking in. He's complaining about the formula. Apparently, it's too sweet.
I'm not complaining. It's just she
You
made
were
him
complaining.
It's
They're just too sweet.
I have the world's worst stomach ache right now.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to start off with our younger generation. Rihanna is on here from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Rihanna.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. And then we've got our Gen Xer. That is Meredith from Royal Palm. Hello, Meredith.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
All peoples unite.
Good morning. Okay, here's what we got for you. We got some trivia questions. Some of these might, by design, be a little bit out of your demo. So we'll just see who overall knows a wide range of pop culture trivia. Our first question here is for Rihanna. Rihanna, your question. Who is the first Disney princess to have a child?
Ooh.
First Disney princess to have a child.
Oh, you got this. Come on,
I
man.
didn't know when he had a kid.
First Disney princess to have had a child.
You got this. I believe in you.
Okay. Rihanna, what do you think
Cinderella?
here? What are you going to go with?
Cinderella?
Going to go Cinderella. Okay. Suits, you want to help her out?
I do. I don't know if I can.
Why don't you throw one out there?
Snow White.
Snow White.
She had 7 dwarfs, but they
Maybe
didn't
one of
come
them was
out
her
of her.
kid.
Yeah.
She didn't birth them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Disney
helped
princesses.
her.
Yeah. We were looking for Ariel.
She had a kid?
Ariel.
The Little Mermaid.
I
Yeah.
didn't know she had a kid.
First to have a child. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know any princess had kids.
I thought that was my partner.
I could tell. I just
Okay.
appreciate
All right.
the support.
All right, no point there. Round 1 for Gen Z. We go to Meredith and Gen X. Okay, your question is, what nation does the movie Black Panther take in?
Oh,
What nation does the movie Black Panther
what's it
take place
called?
in? Meredith?
Wakanda forever.
What is it?
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
I'm so sorry. I was cheering for our opponent. I thought we were. I'm sorry.
He's 3 toddies in.
That's okay. We've played before, Jason.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't think he knows where he is.
These Kahlua, they're hitting me weird.
Yeah?
They are.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's a clue or you.
I can't either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confusion over here.
Kahlua or Ewa?
Okay. All right, here we go. The next question. Let's see what Gen Z can do. They're down 2-0 right now. Your question, Rihanna. What is the real name of the Netflix's Tiger King?
Of the what?
What is the real name of Netflix's Tiger King?
Oh, his name. The
His
dude's
name.
name.
Yeah, what is the guy's name?
Joe Exotic.
That is correct.
Great job.
Look at this
Who
one.
doesn't know that?
Yeah, right.
Okay, there you go. You've tied it all up now, so pressure goes back on to Gen X and Meredith in the Battle of the Generations. All right, your question is also from Netflix. Which Netflix dating reality TV show features people falling in love without actually seeing one another first?
Is that like 90 Day Fiance? I'm not sure.
Okay, not 90 Day Fiance.
Sorry,
Jbird, you want to help her out here?
I think it's too hot to handle.
Too hot to handle.
Too cold to hold. They call that Ghostbusters in control.
Are you just singing?
Too hot to handle? Is that the name of it? Or too hot
hold
to
to-
handle or too hot for TV? Just sing on. Kevin, you want to send me home?
Wow.
No.
Well, that's
I
not
want
the
to watch
logic.
the wheels
Like,
continue
what?
to come off.
Whoa.
You're not going anywhere.
Whoa.
This is a great
Oh,
show.
we were looking for Love is Blind.
Oh, Love is Blind.
Okay, Love is Blind is what we're
Damn.
looking for there. Okay, let's go back to Gen Z, who's now tied it up 2 apiece. Rihanna, your question, the Battle of the Generations. What famous country music star was Blake Shelton married to before getting with Gwen Stefani?
Oh, I wish my boyfriend was here.
Okay, buzzer goes off there. Suits.
Oh my God.
Can you help out for 1 point?
I know her name, and I'm drawing a blank on her.
Oh, boy.
And I know her name. This is killing me. I know it's not Carrie Underwood.
Is
but
it
for some
that?
reason that's something to
Is
guess.
it Lambie?
Lambie.
Yeah,
Miranda Lambert.
Miranda Lambert.
Damn it, I knew that.
She's so sassy.
I could
on that.
picture her face, but I could not come up with her name.
She's so pissed.
You like NASCAR, right, Suits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, Kevin just called you out.
I don't like country music, though, so it's
But
kinda
they
weird.
go hand in hand, Suits.
Yeah.
I know. I don't really fit the demographic.
Just don't walk into a NASCAR event and be like going, I don't listen to country music.
I believe if you said
You
that,
won't walk out.
go get your ass kicked.
Okay. We've got a tie 2 apiece here. Let's see if Gen X can get a point. I'm going to give you a win. Okay. Your question, Meredith, for the win. What Ed Sheehan song?
Is that his name now?
Sorry, on this show it's changed. Jbird's called him Sheehan so many times. Everybody else knows it was Ed Sheeran. What Ed Sheeran song is number 1 on the Spotify streaming chart all time? What is that, Meredith,
Oh, my
for the win?
Oh, I'm hoping Jason knows it because I don't know the title of it. Help me out, Jbird.
I think I got it.
Yep.
I think I do.
Come on, Bird, for the win. You could do it for
Oh,
Gen X.
Only talking Shape of You.
Shape of You is correct. What has
Toddy
happened
Potty!
here? What is happening
Gives him
here?
power.
Toddy
Wow.
Potty!
How about that? Gen X actually gets a win, and
at
the
you.
player is drunk. Wow.
Oh my God.
That's
You're everybody's
amazing.
hero.
Wow. Okay, there you go, Bird. Yeah. Was that good? You enjoyed that?
Looks like victory.
Yeah.
He
Enjoyed
keeps
that.
saying it's not
Sounds
good.
like victory.
He
Yeah.
keeps drinking it.
Yeah, and then he keeps drinking it. Well, congratulations, Meredith and Gen X. You got the win. Thanks for playing along, Gen Z and Rihanna. We appreciate it.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
great
Hi,
day.
Mom.
Aw,
There you go.
shout out for Mom.
That's right.
Yep.
Got to be doing that. Okay. How's that settling there, Bird?
Feel a little sluggish.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a buzz though, but I feel sick.
That's a tough place to be.
These were kind of heavy on the sugar toddies. If I would have been able to make them at home, I would have had a better blend.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
they're really sweet, Kevin. He is going to be viciously hungover tomorrow.
Sounds like a great way to go, huh?
He's going to be hurting.
And yet I'll drink another one, and she's probably gonna make me another one.
Okay. Jbird been getting some weird stuff delivered to his house. You guys started that swinger talking pineapples last week, and people have been sending us photos and now having little pranks. You know, the pineapple's supposed to be warm and welcoming, but you flip it upside down, and apparently some swingers use that to try to invite people into their house.
It's still warm and welcoming, but in a different way.
Oh, it is, yeah.
It's so
Upside down.
warm.
Yeah. So, Jbird, you said people have been sending you pineapples to your house?
I'll go grab them real quick.
Yeah.
They've been leaving them at your doorstep or sending them in the mail.
You can't ask him a question. He just left. I think
He left and he's
well,
drunk.
He's had a little bit of both because his house is so unique looking, but he's given away enough context clues that about 98% of our listeners know exactly where he lives. So people have been dropping stuff off his house randomly.
And I
so-
did tell everybody at the Crazy Horse to come over after. So
Everybody knows my address. Whatever.
Yeah, everybody
Just
knows where you
be
live.
cool. Just don't murder me. And if you're gonna murder me, just make it quick. Just don't
Yeah, you're
torture
right.
me.
Yeah, you just want to go out fast.
Exactly. But yeah, everyone knows where I live. But yeah, it was a note in the mail. It said from KVJ Nation. It's a bunch of pineapples for my house.
That's nice. Yeah.
pineapple
great?
artwork.
Got to put them upside down though, right? And
Yeah.
that's
Gotta
what
put
it
them
is.
upside down.
Okay,
And see if
okay.
anyone comes knocking.
Okay.
I'd be the worst swinger.
You would, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well there you go. Thank you for all the nice gifts. I mean, you've so far. What have you received? Haven't you you've gotten golf clubs, an umbrella, now pineapples?
I've gotten a golf bag.
Golf bag,
And I
okay.
didn't realize
There's no clubs in it.
There's no clubs. It's got the word Sasquatch written on the
Oh,
side.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You're an avid golfer, of course.
Yeah. I don't play golf.
Do you have a golf club?
No, I used to work at a golf course, though, and everyone thought that was weird, too. I worked at 3 different golf courses
Yeah.
and didn't play golf.
Yeah.
And people thought that was odd.
Yeah, okay, well, I mean, it's just you.
Yeah, you're keeping consistency at least.
Yeah. Pipe down, Nick.
Always been on.
Bartender, I need another drink.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. You just told me that they were too sweet. You want a beer?
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Because, Kahlua and beer go so great
I was going to
together.
say, the mixture.
I'm going to be so
Your barf later is going to look terrible.
I'm gonna be so. I can. It's weird. I'm getting drunk and hungover at the same time.
Yeah. So you're feeling kind of better, but worse at the same time.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
It's a weird ride, yeah.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
This has got to be tough. There's this dude in North Carolina. He loves his Corvette Stingray. But he decided, you know what, I really probably need to sell it. I could use the money, but I'm going to take it out for just one last hurrah.
Oh, no.
Well, he said, man, I remember this thing really takes off. And he did. He gunned it, lost control, and wrecked it immediately.
Damn.
Then he was charged with reckless driving.
That's a tough day.
And then the guy canceled the deal. So there you go.
Dang, tough day, dude.
Just slid Bird a beer. What kind of beer you got there?
I gave him one of those beers that I got for him up in Tennessee.
Yeah.
The Sasquatch watching. And
Okay.
it's all these Sasquatch sitting by a river, frolicking, looking at each other.
It's beautiful artwork
Yeah, it is.
for a beer. I wish
Naked
you could.
River?
Yeah, I wish you could have one with me.
What kind of beer is it?
It's like
Ale?
delicious.
IPA?
Cold, wet.
Cold. It's
Naked River Brewery in Tennessee.
Okay.
5.9.
Okay, you don't have a style?
Yeah, it's like a stout brewery.
He's just making stuff up.
Sounds good. Well, this sounds like a lot of fun. You know how I love roller coasters. They've got one in Japan they say is the world's fastest accelerating roller coaster because in Japan they do everything better and more intense. But unfortunately, they did have to shut it down temporarily because apparently it accelerates so fast it was snapping people's bones.
Are you kidding me?
So they take a turn, and people are going. and arms are going in directions they're not intended to go on.
Stop complaining,
Because
you wussy.
it sold at super death speed, but apparently it really was actually snapping bones as it was accelerating.
Damn, that is a fast roller coaster.
Can you just
Oh my
imagine
gosh.
people coming in legs are on the wrong way and oh my gosh.
I mean, that's an extreme roller coaster.
I don't know if I'm gonna get on that one.
Katomi's head's on backwards. What the heck is going on here? That's crazy.
That's intense.
That is, yeah. I mean, you want to talk about an intense roller coaster. That's how you do it. They got a fun little video. This is a bear. It was caught stealing a package from a front porch at a home in Connecticut.
Porch pirate.
Bear
Yeah.
porch pirate.
A bear porch pirate, and he was actually seen starting to walk into the woods.
With the package.
Yeah, and what's really ironic is what was in the package was toilet paper. So does
Is
a
it
bear?
a Charmin bear?
Yes, he was a Charmin bear taking the teepee into the woods, where you know what they do there.
That's
I
funny.
love
Yeah.
that story.
Yeah.
That's when you
cute
gotta,
video.
you gotta laugh at life.
Charmin should pull that video and just like put it out there.
New mascot, yeah.
These bears are getting real squirrely. They're not. They're going into towns. They're going into houses. They're going into cars.
When I was in Tennessee, the valet at the hotel, he's like, watch out for bears.
Yeah.
And I thought he was kidding.
Right.
But then I saw a TikTok of this bear in Gatlinburg.
Right.
All these people are laying out
Yeah.
by the pool, and the bear just jumps right over the fence and like starts hanging out with all these people poolside.
You're seeing them in normal neighborhoods. They're just chilling, walking down the street like it's power walking.
Yeah.
But is that because they have become humanized? They're so not afraid of humans anymore?
Well, they're really built like that whole area in the Smoky Mountains. Everything they built, I mean, it's really into the mountains. I mean, they're right there. It's edging right.
their
on.
house.
Yeah. It's edging on the mountains and the woods and all that stuff. And so the bears are just like, hey, what's going on down here?
We live here.
Yeah.
We were here first.
Right. Oh, this is not as sweet of a story about mail, and it does happen in the Smoky Mountain State, Tennessee. There's a former nurse there that was sentenced to probation after sending feces and blood to her husband's ex-wife. Ooh.
I kind of get it.
Back in April, the 37-year-old woman first mailed the package of feces to the ex-wife through the mail. And then a few days later, she obtained human blood from a patient during her regular duties as a nurse, then placed said blood on a feminine napkin, which she then mailed to the same woman.
That's kind of going a little too far. I like the delivery of the poo.
Yeah.
Would you let someone take your blood if you knew that they were dropping bombs in boxes and delivering it to people? And
That's
blood?
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust you with a needle.
I thought it was funny with the poo. I mean, if you
Right.
take blood from your work, now it's a whole violation of your employee code of conduct.
Oh, yeah. She was arrested. She's going to get 2 years probation. She has to undergo mental health treatment.
I mean, 2 years probation is kind of a slap on the wrist.
That's nothing. You kidding me? Probation?
I think it's a win.
Oh my God.
They put her in anger management, and she's to have no contact with the ex-wife or her own children.
Oh, she can't talk to her own kids?
No, they don't feel like she's mentally there for
For
that
some
yet.
reason, they think she's coming undone.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. Mom, you need to take a time out, I guess. There's a woman in Pennsylvania who pled guilty to coughing and spitting on food at a supermarket in the early days of the pandemic. Remember that last year?
Yes.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Lock her up.
They just gave her a year in jail.
Good.
Yeah, they're not messing with some of those COVID crimes.
Good. I'd like to give that one dude a year who spit my burger.
What?
My burger, my food. I said food and burger at the same time.
My burger.
burger.
If dudes are spitting in your burger, that's a different issue. You got to come out of the closet.
Damn, I'm really turning for the worse on this program today.
Yeah,
The rum toddy just got you.
The witch has got me shook.
deep descent. So if you're in jail in Washington State, what do they offer to try to get you to get the vaccine? Apparently what they're giving out is 10 free packs of ramen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love ramen.
I like ramen even just out of the package, eating it hard. Eating it just.
Yeah?
There's that little Asian market right by your house. I went in there the other day and I probably dropped about $20 on all these different types of Asian noodles. They had so many different mung noodles. They had bean noodles.
You dropped $20. I dropped their duck sauce and break it right in front of them, and they were not happy with me. It's the biggest jar of duck sauce you have ever seen. It's Flintstone style. 3 people have to hold it.
You break, you buy. You're lucky you got out there alive.
Hamburger hands. I mean, dropped it in grand fashion in front of everybody. Held up the line.
Yeah.
They were not happy with me.
Duck sauce.
Haven't gone back since.
Duck sauce is so thick and sticky.
Oh, it was.
That doesn't come up well.
It doesn't, and the jar was just so big.
You got to shut down the restaurant for the day.
You might not want to go back in there for a while because they will remember your face.
They will, and I'm taking my act back to Publix.
Where they also hate you. The program they have is called Soups for Shots, and so far the jail has given out about 900 packets of ramen to 90 inmates. So I guess it's been effective.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. And I get it. Again, these doctors and nurses and what they're having to go through and the taxing nature of all that and dealing with some of the ICUs and the COVID wards. Doctors and nurses across the country, they say, are becoming overworked again because of what is going on with the Delta variant. And they say the ICU at Salem Hospital in Oregon is completely full, so they've set up a plate smashing booth at the hospital for stressed doctors and nurses to go blow off a little steam.
Oh, I got some plates I can bring in tomorrow if you want to try this out.
Yeah? Just break stuff?
I got some plates that are they're homely looking plates.
Are those the ones that your neighbor gave you?
No, I would never break those plates.
Okay.
These are the ones you gave me.
Son of a bitch. You feed a guy some alcohol. You're trying to be nice, and he turns on you.
Yeah.
You turned me into a gremlin.
Yeah, look out.
You're a Kahlua maniac.
Mm-hmm. How would you react to this? Virginia, I think you would lose your mind. My wife would kill somebody. This is a story that I saw was posted up on Mirror, the Daily Mirror, I think it is.
Okay.
This woman had posted, they saw it on social media and like, wow, and I guess they had talked to her. Here's what she had posted in her letter. Now imagine this. Your ex's girlfriend gets your daughter's ears pierced without permission. She said, am I being unreasonable for being upset and angry because my ex's girlfriend pierced my daughter's ears? Basically, I co-parent with my ex, and it was his time with my daughter. Well, yesterday she came home, and I noticed that her ears were pierced. Took a deep breath, kept my cool. I complimented my daughter on her pretty earrings. But then when I spoke to my ex later, he had no clue. And he had to even go ask his girlfriend. Apparently, the girlfriend went to some shops with my daughter and thought it was a nice thing for them to do together, a bonding experience. I was livid. My ex is apologetic, but I'm just so upset. On top of that, the earrings are just costume jewelry, and now I need to take her to the proper place to make sure that the piercing is clean and healing. We've never even talked about having her ears pierced. I feel like I was blindsided. I would have much preferred for them to bond over just shopping or some other fun activity, not over my child getting her ears pierced. And my daughter's very excited about her earrings and she loves them, so I haven't shared my true feelings with her. I'm just so sad about the whole thing.
Well, this girlfriend way overstepped. That's not something you do without mom and dad signing off on it. You just don't.
So what does she get? Just a warning saying, hey, don't ever do anything like that again, and then you just keep going on? Or
I think that's all you can do.
I think, honestly, I could imagine my wife, if she were in this kind of situation, she'd be like, your ex is, or your girlfriend is not hanging around my daughter.
But you can't say that. That's the great thing about custody arrangements.
Yeah.
Unless the child's life or health is put in jeopardy, you don't get to tell the other parent what they do at their house or who they hang out with.
Is that not considered, not necessarily it's not like a medical procedure, but it is something where you're piercing a child's skin to do that, and there could be other ramifications, like, for instance, it doesn't sound like she maybe did it the right way, and you could have infections and things like that. If you went and took that into court, is that something that if you really wanted to be a bee about it, Could you fight that and say, for that reason, I don't trust her well-being with the judgment of this woman, and because you made that move and pierced my daughter's skin and risked infection, she's not going to be around her.
It's going to cost you thousands in legal bills to get to that point where you finally go before a judge. And it's going to be a crapshoot because you don't know which way the judge is going to go on that. The judge could be like, it's an ear piercing. It's not that big of a deal. Simmer down, lady. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. And I kind of agree with any judge that would say that. This is dumb.
Right.
This is you being, someone who obviously has never parented before, because anybody who's a parent would know you don't do this. But you weren't trying to hurt the child. It wasn't maliciously done. It wasn't like...
But I just can't imagine what you would do if you're a parent, though, and you keep leaving your kid with your ex, and your ex's new partner is continually doing things that are questionable, that are awful, and every time she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Now you know what this chick is about. And she might be doing it on purpose, too. That could be diabolical. You don't know that. But now you have to set boundaries, and you have to say, okay, if there's anything that's going to happen to her that's going to be permanent or lasting, I need to know about it. You guys can't just make decisions about her like ear piercing without letting me in on it.
If you had to, I'm not saying that you know how to, would you be able to pierce my ear?
Sure.
You know how to do it good enough? You get a little ice cube, numb it, stick it.
Ice cube, numb it.
I got a toothpick over here. What are we waiting for?
What does it take to pierce an ear?
I mean, you've already got the Kahlua buzz.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you're all ready.
I'm feeling like a 1940s sailor. Kind of want to get one of those tattoos.
I'll put some alcohol on this toothpick, and I think we're ready to roll.
I love it.
Okay.
Let's ring me up.
Virginia's piercing salon is about to open up. All right. Somebody texted in and said, ear piercings are considered a minor medical treatment, so it has more effects on the outcome if you took it before a judge. So, don't know.
You'd just be a crapshoot. Some judges might not think that's a big deal to bring that in front of their court. I mean, they're looking at they look at cases where a kid's being abused, and they look at cases where parents are drinking and driving with a kid in the car. I mean,
so this doesn't.
I don't know. I mean, in my eyes, it doesn't. If I was a judge, I would kind of be like, it sucks. Yeah, it does suck that this bimbo took that moment from you, Mom, but she may just be a dumb bimbo.
Nobody uses bimbo anymore. That's such a 1989 insult.
This floozy.
Bimbo.
This streetwalker.
One mom texted us and said, that bitch is catching hands.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's got their own way.
I get it. And I would want to help her catch some hands, too.
Yeah.
But you have to think about your kid. And the damage is done. You can't undo the piercing because the kid's all excited now. You have to be a part of the joy of that and not lose yourself.
Right.
Don't fight this girl and let her win. Fight this girl and you win. You got to be smarter.
Well, everybody's got their own little struggles in life. If you're going through something, the FML website is comically awful. People who are going through stuff just to maybe make you feel a little bit better. F My Life.
Yeah, I mixed beer and Kahlua. FML.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
I
no
don't
good.
know. I'm
Yeah.
starting to kind of get sick.
Yeah. Bad combo.
Oh, pumpkin.
It's all right.
Somebody put, today it's my 27th birthday. The only person who remembered was the creepy guy in the next cubicle who keeps trying to smell my hair. FML. Hey, happy birthday. Somebody said, today my 4-year-old daughter threw my 5-year-old stepson down the stairs. Apparently, when she heard me reference him as my stepson, she thought that was what you do. She'll be in prison by 7. FML.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's a little psycho, isn't it?
That's what goes before a judge.
Yeah, right.
That right
Yeah,
there.
right.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, it is. Somebody said today at an aunt's wake, my 5-year-old son walked up to the coffin, and with the whole family around him, he exclaimed, "Oh, well, that's good. I was wondering where she's been."
Oh,
He's 5.
He doesn't know.
the innocence.
Well, hey, oh, there she is. She's right there.
Oh.
Okay. Somebody said today my idiot son incinerated his shoes in the oven. they were wet and he wanted to quick dry them. So now the whole house smells like charred, sweaty feet.
I know people that throw in their wet shirts in microwaves.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that go?
I don't know.
Okay.
How does that go?
I don't know. I'd be afraid it would catch on fire or
Do we
something.
have a microwave here?
We do.
We have shirts here.
Take yours off.
Well, okay. I'm taking it off.
Let's have the pants, too.
Today, I had a flat tire, and I took it to a local tire store. Turns out a guy I had slept with once and then ghosted was working there. He's the one who fixed my flat and then asked if I remembered him. Oh, FML. Oh, that's tough.
To which you go, no, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
who are you?
Wow, yeah. Today, I realized I've lived alone for so long, I now apologize to my phone for dropping it or even overcharging it. FML.
Yeah, as I live alone too, I talk to certain things that I don't realize. They can't hear you, Bird. Dishwasher doesn't talk back.
Damn, you just want some friends.
No, it's not you. Not with that attitude.
Somebody else said, today my daughter told me that she wanted to be a Christian. Apparently, posts about God gets lots of likes on social media. Okay,
God's posted
Yeah.
very well. Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus does hit.
Okay, well, that's why her daughter wants to be a Christian.
Jesus hits a death of anybody, a celebrity or a family member. Hey, blah, blah, blah. It always does well.
Yeah.
They do well. And finally, FML, somebody said, today I took my 2-year-old to a public restroom. I was just about to set her on the toilet when the automatic flush went off, scaring her and causing her to pee all over the both of us. FML. Okay. Guess you're right. Yesterday we thought maybe McDonald's is America's most iconic restaurant. 57% of the votes that we had went to McDonald's.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It does. Yeah, you got to give it to McDonald's. Denny's was a distant second at 20%, then Chili's, Cheesecake Factory, and Outback Steakhouse.
Ooh, I'm gonna go to one today.
Okay.
Yeah.
One what?
One of those restaurants. I'm gonna pick
okay.
one of them.
Okay. You should.
Yeah.
Just have somebody drive you.
No, I'll Uber it.
Oh, okay.
Uber Eats.
Because I already got my Uber. Virginia's
Yeah.
Oh,
taking it.
yeah. Right.
Oh, I'll take you for a nice ride.
I hope. Yeah, that sounded a little dirty. Oh, Panda's not listening.
Well, I have air-conditioned seats in my new car.
I mean,
so it's actually really a nice ride. Panda got my windows tinted, so it's dark.
Between Virginia's warm seats and air-conditioned seats or whatever you got going on there.
Not warm.
Or air-conditioned
Cool.
seat. Between those and
Blows your butt.
Denny's bidet, you guys are pampering my butt.
Yeah. That bidet video, check out our social media. It's on our TikTok. We are on TikTok, but we also posted it up. You can see it on our Facebook page and things like that. We all tried out Denny's bidet, and you can see our reactions to what it's like to, for the first time, I was a bidet virgin.
Oh.
Having that
I
stream
was
of
too.
water shot up your tuchus. So it was a lot of fun. So.
It kind of looked like your O face. A little bit. I mean,
How would you know?
Well, that was a common comment. A lot of like, oh, Kevin, we know what Kevin's O face looks like.
Okay. All right.
The show that poops together stays together.
All right, well, if you want to see that, go check it out on social. We got the After the Show podcast that is going to be coming up. Billy Corbin, who has made Cocaine Cowboy, is going to be joining us on that. So we'll see you on YouTube there. Bird, wrap it up with your thought for the day.
You want Flight and Luffy? Or Light? You want,
Yeah, can you give me Flight and Luffy?
Flight and Luffy.
You
I gotta
want-
write that down.
you want Light and Flight?
Flight
I'll just read it.
Luffy.
Whatever you do.
Well, I'll have whatever he's having.
Oh my
Flight
gosh, these drinks really turn me up.
Is that how you order your eggs?
Flight and Luffy.
Whatever you do, always give 100%. Unless you.
Was that 100%?
I don't think it was.
I'm punting. I'm punting. Stop this train.
Flight and Luffy, back tomorrow.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.